always happen as you planned. But don't go throwing your cards away when you could draw and play a new hand. I mean, failing used to put the fear in me. Used to have insecurities, but the same things that they laugh about be the same reasons they feeling me. Got a slump back, it's a hunchback. Bug eyes and a long neck. But every time that I hit the bank and I drop it off, it's a long check. I'll settle for that. Tell them go kick rocks and they flip-flops. They lukewarm, I've been hot. Had to reroute, I didn't stop like whoa. Here, put a hater in that. My flow make your head bob. Swear every verse could be a TED talk. Pack your bags if you with it, yeah. Hit the pedal to the finish, yeah. Everybody with me winning, yeah. All my homies independent, yeah. All my homies got goals, yeah. All my homies self-made, yeah. Everybody with me grinding, so everybody with me say grind time, grind time. Beast mode, beast mode. Speed up, speed up. Fast forward, fast forward. Let's ride, let's ride. Let's roll, let's roll. Gotta get it right now. Let's go, let's go. Grind time, grind time. Beast mode, beast mode. Speed up, speed up. Fast forward, fast forward. Let's ride, let's ride. Let's roll, let's roll. Gotta get it right now. Let's go, let's go.
And now, your Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. Standing 6'1", number 2, Brandon Clark. At the other wide position, standing 6'2", number 1, Avery Bradley.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analysts Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Victor Oladipo has a huge task and a long road in front of him making his way back from that knee injury. But you talk to his teammates, and they rave about his mental makeup.
You better believe it. Outstanding, David. Thank you. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at the Force. They've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
And when you look at the Lakers, they've had an interesting start to the year. Lately, they've put together some nice wins, and you get the general sense that their confidence is growing.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Oladipo is the 2, with Warren playing small forward. Sabonis is out there with Leaf, and it's Brogdon in at the 1. And for Los Angeles, up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Felton is out there with Bradley, and it's LeBron in at the 3. Now, here's Brogdon. Oladipo outside. 5 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. From outside, off the mark. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers.
And this Pacers franchise, 6 ABA championships, but none so far in the NBA.
Well, Greg, they haven't been there very much, right? Their only finals trip came back in 2000. It took a Lakers squad led by Shaq and Kobe to 6 games. But ever since, they've been chomping at the bit to try to get back.
Or for some players now, in their second seasons, you can tell just how big the jump is between that first year and their second year in the league.
I think, Kevin, it's probably the single biggest growth opportunity. One of the things that happens is the game slows down for second-year players. Very rarely do you see a guy take a step backwards. They're comfortable, they're more confident, and they know what to expect.
Oladipo misses. Now here's Bradley, the fast break opportunity for the finish, and LeBron throws it down.
Well, Kev, that's the court vision of Avery Bradley. Remarkable how he finds these wide-open teammates on a consistent basis.
Now here's Brogdon, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Here's Davis, and they double up Davis from deep three-point range. And no good. So the Pacers will take it the other way. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
And it was a matchup you thought they would have cruised through, but they actually dropped a game in this series last year.
Well, this is the prototypical combo guard, Victor Oladipo. Very effective getting room to shoot off the dribble.
And the Lakers have possession. Following the score by Indiana. Yes, that goes in.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
1:56 left in the first quarter of the game. Outside Warren. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Count that one.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Davis. JaVale McGee comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Danny Green, he's checked in for James. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Bradley. Here's Green. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Doug McDermott. And Doris, Danny Green included in that Kawhi DeRozan trade, and he's an underrated player in his own right.
No doubt, Kevin, because when you examine the net rating, which is basically what impact does a player have on winning, Danny Green is one of the best in the league. This guy is an all-defensive guy. He can make shots when he's open. You can plug him in at a couple of different positions. So much to like about Danny Green.
Now here's Lamb. He's coming off a 10-point game again.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
Now here's Caldwell-Pope. After Jeremy Lamb's miss, Green, no luck. 51 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Mack, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Brogdon.
And guys, his effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
The Pacers making a change here. Holiday's checked in. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Yeah, proficiency from range, away from home, much easier said than done. They played a terrific ball game.
And I think it was clear, Greg, that their plan was to attack from the three-point line, and it worked to perfection.
Mack, good.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Here's Felton. Here's Cousins. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
To the inside. Here's Bitadze. Yep, that one goes in there. 6 seconds left in the first quarter. For 3, Felton buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was...
And so it's Los Angeles, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we'll be right back after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
On the court right now for the Pacers. Jeremy Lamb out there with McDermott. Then it's Shelvin Mack. And it's Bitadze in at the 5. And Justin Holiday picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And back in his day as coach of the Blazers, players called Nate McMillan Sarge for his style. Very tough and demanding.
The beauty, though, Greg, to me is Nate McMillan has adapted. He has given more leeway for his players and his assistant coaches. He's willing to take players aside and bring a more personal approach. And I think in today's NBA, that's critical.
The leaner. The Lakers with the rebound.
I don't know if he's trying to show off for the crowd or what, but there's no reason for that kind of shot.
Stolen by Holiday. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
They swipe it. Poked away. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. James against Lamb. Caldwell Pope kicks to LeBron. From deep. A rebound by Bitadze. Pacers trail by 5. Holiday, the pass to Bitadze. Now Mack. The pass to McDermott. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Lamb. And he overshot that one, missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Wasted no time on that one. James has got the lead up to 7 now for the Lakers. Doris, this game always evolving. Fascinating to see the players who drive that change with their unique talents find a way to do things differently.
Well, probably 2 guys currently that have revolutionized the way the game is played. Stephen Curry, with the incredible range he has in his three-point shooting. You've got to guard him as soon as he crosses the half-court line. And honestly, if the goal would be good from the other side of the half-court, he'd probably push it to out there. And James Harden, so prolific at drawing fouls. It might be maddening to the fans of opposing teams, but James Harden has led the NBA or been at the top of the free throw attempts list for years now.
Great examples.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Right side Davis. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. The drive by LeBron, and the layup's good off the glass. LeBron's got 4 this quarter.
Boy, bump them all you want. If James has already started his motion on a scoring chance, little you can do about it.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. And that will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do in the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. Brogdon. Here's Sabonis, and it's blocked.
And a guy who blocks a few shots, KCP stepping up and gets all of that one.
And James gets it to go on the assist by Kuzma. 11 points for LeBron.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Knocks it loose. It's Brogdon on the wing. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. And the rejection by James.
Oh, you watch LeBron, not a prolific shot blocker, but when he wants to get it done, he is emphatic.
And so it's Los Angeles, heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's
Thanks very much, DeMarcus. A very good first half for the team. Tell us about how discipline has helped focus the way you guys play.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It's the Lakers out on top at halftime. They've got the 7-point lead. Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Lakers?
And simple, truth. They just got hot. Didn't matter what.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Bradley is out there with Felton. And it's James in at the 3-set. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. And Kuzma slams it in.
And got to be aware of Kuzma, especially with how he attacks there off the dribble.
Brogdon with it, now guarded by Bradley. Brogdon the pass to Oladipo. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. Lakers leading by 9. Bradley passes to Kuzma. Got a hand on it.
Improving on the defensive end as well. Domantas Sabonis getting tenacious there with the block shot.
And the foul on Avery Bradley. That is his first foul of the game. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Kuzma. Now let's take a moment to see the teams that lead the league in field goal percentage. The Lakers, number 1.
Are just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
And a player who flew under the radar last year, Malcolm Brogdon. Pacers wanted to add him over the summer. Got a hefty deal from Indiana to leave the Bucks. Exactly the kind of player that the Pacers need.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Doris, you played, you've coached, you've broadcast, you've done it all in this business. How did you like to be coached when you were a player at the very top of your game?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things were coaches who challenged me, those who would not allow me to accept the level I was currently at, those who wanted to push me and extend and expand my game. Listen, every player wants to be respected. Every player wants to feel valued. But the great ones to me, the LeBron James, the Kevin Durant's, they want to be coached hard. They want you to push them to the greatest possible level they're capable of.
That's great insight. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And you look at the 2018 All-Star season for Oladipo. Doris, what was the development in his game that you saw that took him to the next level?
I think probably the part that made him almost unguardable is his willingness to shoot threes off the dribble. That deep threat, that willingness to space the floor and use the dribble drive to enhance that is probably what put him over the edge.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for the Lakers. Green comes in for Bradley. Brogdon kicks to Lamb. Pass to Bitadze. McDermott with it. Davis is on it.
Well, Doug McDermott, a high IQ basketball player, understands when his teammates are open how to find them.
And so it's Felton who will bring it up for Los Angeles. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home.
And no surprise here, right? This guy is not only a gifted player, but he is so smart on the offensive end.
Pass to Brogdon. Here's Lamb. He's covered by Felton. Lamb against Green. And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
And there are a lot of reasons why Cousins is such a dominant force on the floor. You rarely see his combination of size and skill to us.
No question. This is a big man who has got incredible vision, great passing touch, great shooting touch. You think about it. This is a man who is impossible to move off his path because of his strength. So the combination of those two things is truly extraordinary.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Bradley's checked in for Green. Sabonis, he's checked in for the Pacers. Lamb against Bradley. Now, here's Brogdon. He's covered closely, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Brogdon's got 8 points.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Felton the pass to Bradley. Here's Davis. Lays it up and banks it in. Davis has got the lead back up to 10 now for Los Angeles.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Pass to Sabonis and stolen by Cousins.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing, Greg. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
Plays with such a fearlessness. Kuzma is terrific at staying engaged and forcing the issue.
And so he hits both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And the foul on Avery Bradley. That's foul number 2 for him.
LeBron James.
9 seconds left to play in the third. Oladipo with the ball. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Los Angeles up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. And let's listen in on what Nate McMillan had to say to his team. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for Indiana, it's Warren and Leaf. They're the forwards. Brogdon and Oladipo, the backcourt duo. And it's Sabonis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Felton against Brogdon. Felton dishes to Davis. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Pacers trail by 10. And the Pacers call time here. And with the fourth quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on Nate McMillan talking to his team. He was disappointed in the shot selection. He told them, stay patient, run the offense, make the extra pass. We don't have to make up the deficit all at once. We'll see if they start shooting a little better. Kevin?
And they double up Davis. Sabonis with the steal. Outside Warren. There's the pass to Brogdon. Six on the shot clock. Back to Sabonis. Shoots over McGee. That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Sabonis.
Don't sleep on the big man now. Domantas Sabonis can be effective in catch and shoot.
Los Angeles calls timeout. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Outside, Davis. Back to James. To the right side. And here's Felton from the arc. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. 8 points for Raymond Felton. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
And here's Brogdon from the arc. It's good from long range. Brogdon's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And you can get a real sense that Victor Oladipo loves sharing the wealth. What a nice look.
Bounce pass, Felton. McGee inside. Defended by Sabonis. And the shot goes in. And the Lakers lead by 10.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
And Greg, you know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Here's Oladipo, and Davis sends it back. And there's Oladipo on the assist by Warren. Oladipo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Give Oladipo credit now. He has a knack for finishing with whatever the defense throws at him.
Here's LeBron, and he makes good on the layup.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Lakers.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Anthony Davis.
Boy, his defense is what stood out to me. There was a no-fly zone around this guy all night. He contested every shot in his area and sent a few back.
And here is Felton from deep three-point range. It's hauled in by Warren. Here's the 3, and the Pacers another 3.
Wow, if T.J. Warren makes threes with consistency, it will unlock every other aspect of his game, and that's significant, guys.
And so the Lakers take the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. AD, it looked like you guys were having some fun out there. Is there a new dynamic coming up offensively?
No, we just don't care who scored the ball. You know, the ball movement was great. Everybody rebounding and talking. So when we play like that, it's fun to watch. You know, and everybody out there having fun, smiling, a lot of emotions. That's all we asked. That's all Coach asked for, and we did that tonight.
Good win.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.